I can just kind of do whatever the fuck I feel like. Hmm. 700 new fans ain't bad. Casual. Blizzard's also been with us for a while. That getting a good thing. How's the menu doing? Well, at least we know why everything got kept around now. Just keep that shit rotating. Let's try for an ad campaign. Increases revenue per sale by 50 yen. %30 more. Okay, now which group of mine is hardcore fans? I think it was Double Trouble. Yeah, you're hardcore and male. And there's strike. Which is getting silly numbers on its own. Oh, sweet. Funk metal rebelling street sexy. Let's hit sexy. And what's rebelling going to give us? Love and loneliness. What do you do? Oh, baby. Midnight Stranger. How many should I print, though? I'm thinking like 60k should be enough. Oh, there's... How much did my last one do with these guys? I think I got the money for 1 million. Released. This is gonna be Double Trouble. We have everything that was back in August. Wait, no, Trouble's the young group. Wait, no. $14,000. So let's do 30 and see what happens. I think that was... That was funk or metal. Metal, loneliness, sexy. Midnight Miracle. Ronan's been holding up front, so I need somebody else to be up front. Don't worry, Murgle. It will. Trust me. Vocal dance. You're about the best all-rounder we have. Pop that in. And immediately, where's my funk? Let's fucking go. Summer for 2. Holy shit, Tsunage. Let's have Lucky lead, see what happens. Let's continue the story while those get worked on. Item in the news you might take a look at. A bunch of sites just went live with it. Send you a link to the article. Got a call from the journalist. I think I know what journalists were about to see. Contains link to the story that appears to be been reported in several major outlets. Let's keep going while I pour a drink. Sources close to JHK. Leadership confirmed this morning that JHK was in talks with the International Broadcasting Entertainment License. International rights for Nation Vitals. Okay. Details yet to be finalized. Multiple sources confirmed that IB is still in producing adaptations of the Nation Vitals for US and UK. According to the source, Noi conceived as a program for beginning unknown Japanese talent to a Japanese audience. Same way UK version show will aim to discover up and coming talent within the UK and discover the UK's next pop idol sensation. Okay. Chapter 2 was fucking tiny. As you leave the office, you're ambushed by a familiar-looking journalist. God damn it, Aya. Hi, I called your office earlier in the day, but I got the old runaround, so I figured I might have more success if I tried finding you in person. Plus, I was in the neighborhood, and it's amazing how much news happens in the district. I guess it's a good old stalking excuse. Sure you saw the news today about how Nation Vitals might get adapted for foreign audiences as a participant? Do you have any thoughts? We're pleased to hear the news. Yeah, I guess you guys really managed to get it on the ground floor, right? Yeah, ruffles, you don't really see that often in a lot of dresses, I guess. there'd be more eyes on the show, now that people are aware that it's an international interest, and that means more eyes on you. Anyway, good luck with the next round of competition. See you later. Wait for the third. Let's go. Video pops up on the top of your news feed. Nation of Idols. Jake in the headline immediately grabs the attention. Many of you know that yesterday news came out that JHK is in talks with an international company who wants to buy the rights to the show to create foreign adaptation of Nation of Idols. As someone who was involved in Nation of Idols but not party to all the talks that happened behind the scenes, I was vaguely aware of international interest in the show. And I was optimistic about the possibility of an international licensing deal that might bring Nation of Idols to a show that celebrates Japan's unique idol culture to an international audience. Unfortunately, that isn't what appears to be happening here. All indications point towards JHK simply selling the name of the concept behind the Nation of Idols so that foreign adaptations of the show can be produced. An American version of the show would just focus not on bringing Japanese idols to American audiences, but instead focus on trying to discover the next American pop idol. The horror. To my eyes, is a betrayal of the core identity of Nation of Idols. In my mind, the title of the show implicitly refers to Japan. We are the Nation of Idols. There's something about the unique way that Japanese idol groups take their homegrown talent and develop it. To take that idea and assume that it can be reproduced anywhere else is to miss the point of the show. Unfortunately, the network seems blind to this fact. Have voiced my concerns, but they have fallen on deaf ears. I know, right? How dare they? I have voiced my concerns, but they have fallen on deaf ears. It's for that reason that I am choosing to protest in a way that will be harder for them to ignore. I am boycotting the show. Okay, what's Jake's angle on this, guys? Of course, I am well aware that I can be replaced, despite the haughty persona that I present on television for entertainment purposes. I am not so arrogant as to assume that the show will fail without me. However, the show will fail if the real stars decide not to show up. I am, of course, referring to the idols. Okay, there's his fucking angle. It's for this reason that I'm calling on the idol groups involved in the show to join with me in boycotting it. In 2 days, they will be taping the episode of Nation of Idols and will feature 3 groups: DC Divas, Catwalker, and Double Down. If all of them refuse to perform, it will send a powerful message to the network. I'm also calling on fans to voice their opinions online. Tell the network how you feel. Let them know that I am not alone in believing the Nation of Idols is a show with an identity that sprung from a unique idol culture, and that will be compromised if it gets rebranded and reproduced by a massive international corporation that doesn't understand the show's unique identity and the idol culture that it emerged from. The fans and idols are the ones who made the Nation of Idols what it is. In just and fair world, they should be the ones to decide the show's future. I'd like to remind you that while it seems that the television network may hold all the cards, they can't succeed without your help. You have the power to decide whether the show succeeds or not, so please do the right thing. The video ends with a frame of Jake looking concerned. Glad to see Jake taking a stand. I know, right? Jake obviously playing an angle. Because he wants something bigger. Sure you heard about the new Nation of Idols? Or specifically Jake's video challenge challenging everyone to pull out? So what do, guys? Do we follow Jake in fighting the foreigners, or do we keep going and see what the hell happens? So we have the option of Gaijin Scum, or we have the option of, sure, whatever. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to talk with those filthy Americans either. I'd say that. A lot of news over the next few days. Well, one option would piss Jake off. The other, however, keeps the burgers away. And for that matter, the UK, which is the greater evil here. I mean, have you seen their teeth? Goddamn. After all, not the only one that Miss Jake public appeal to. DC Divas and Catwalker are probably also scrambling right now, figuring out what they should do. Both probably waiting to see what the others do. After all, nobody wants to be the only group to pull out. My mind's made up. Let's fucking do it. Good thing I didn't come here expecting to change your mind. Whether you choose to stay in or not, hold back on making the announcement. Taping will happen 2 days from now, but things could change between now and then. What are you planning? Motherfucking Fujimoto. In the immediate, I'm going to see if I can have a conversation with Miss Jake about what's going on. Of course, Jake might be willing to tell me anything. Through my history of dealing with her, I've always been surprised at how often Jake is willing to confide in people who lend a sympathetic ear when she feels like her back is against the wall. Might be some sort of gambit, so I won't accept anything I hear at face value. But in the meantime, please just wait to make your announcement, see how the situation develops before doing anything rash. Walk down the hallway, past the break room. Wait, that's my break room, isn't it? I hear Jake's voice. Sounds faint. Played through the speaker. Golden Deer's in... Okay, so that's what's happening. Apparently absorbed in the video. Stops playing. She looks up, notices you. Let's see what Golden Deer has to say. Oh, hi, Goka. Guess you've probably seen Jake's video. What did you think? Bit called out. Double Down is directly called out, and I'm part of Double Down, so I guess that's only natural. Did find Jake's words kind of inspiring. That's a bad sentence. That is a very fucking bad sentence. This is our chance to stand up and be part of something big. Guess it's weird to say that. We're already part of Nation of Idols, which is a big show. But this feels even bigger than this. Not just big on TV, it's a cause. Not really sure how to describe it. That sentence did lead to Mario and Nancy and whatever hellhole he leads us into next. But it's almost like the feeling I get when I've discovered I was accepted to be part of Double Down. Yeah, the Mario Marathon. Wait, Nick, you don't know about Mario Marathon? It's been going on for fucking months now. Oh. Okay. You can tell I don't watch it much. Honestly, I'm more surprised by the people who are joining, like, months after it. Like what Baron did. When, like, it's completely settled. Well, you know, not what Baron did, what Andarius did. The dust is settled, and then you go in, pick up a shovel, and throw some more. Like, why? Jake's words reminded me of why I wanted to be an idol in the first place. If more important than money and fame. You get one of those, not the other part. Now the theater's doing pretty well, though you might start getting the other part. know that Nation of Idols has been a good opportunity for Double Down, but I'd almost rather not appear on the show at this point. Yeah, what did prompt you to, like, join it after Endarius? Because, like, everybody else has got their times posted. You're probably not going in blind like everybody else was in the early days. Back when it was really, yeah, fair enough then. When you just get the feel to do something what I'd consider rather rash and stupid, sometimes you just do it. After all, that's what I've done half the time. Just for the sake of making a statement about why idols are such an important part of the culture. Oh, okay, so you're not blind, you're just, not wholly experienced at it. Versus in... Oh, it's an exclamation mark. I thought that was hearts. Versus in to greet you as you enter the building. There was a call from JHK. It's about the whole, well, you know, situation from yesterday. Wanted to confirm that we'd still be appearing tomorrow on the studio for taping. Told you that you weren't in the office to confirm one way or the other, but that I would keep them informed of any developments on our end. They also sent along a reminder of the contractually obligated to show up, and that if we fail to show up, the possibility exists that they pursue legal action against us. After all, if we pull out of cause their ratings to tank, they could blame their bad ratings on us and sue us for any related damages. Not sure what their advertising revenue is for the typical night of primetime television, but if they sue us, it could be for a pretty hefty amount. That's a direct threat on us. They can't push us around like that. But that'd be a really bad look for them. Any money they get from suing us for pulling out would probably be offset by the PR damage they'd incur by attacking an idol group like ours. That being said, wouldn't put it past them to sue us anyway. So we probably can't rely on the plans to blanket us from possible legal action, especially if public opinion turns against any idol groups that pull out. Be monitoring public attitudes around the thought throughout the day. Maybe we should even conduct some informal polling, see how people would feel if we decide to pull out. Always good to take the temperature of the room before making a rash decision. Sorry for ambushing you. Wanders off. And it's Aya. Mr. Goka, glad to see you. I was hoping to get a quote from you about the story that I'm about to break. I'll keep you anonymous. I don't trust her. No, it would be bad news if they found out you were talking about the press in the midst of negotiations. But I've got to know what's going on with the Nation of Idols. Heard that after Jake called you out, along with RC Divas and Catwalker, Network started threatening to sue anyone who pulled out. Is that true? Yep. That's gonna help the PR. Must be really worried about you guys pulling out. They know that the idol groups have all the leverage here. Alright, ambiguously that some of the groups have been threatening the legal action. That shouldn't apply you directly. After all, I'm just talking about DC Divas and Catwalker, right? Story's hot right now. Public needs to know. Yeah, we do have quite the bankroll, but national TV broadcaster has a lot more bankroll. Because we're working in millions right now, they're working in billions. With the big B. Is there anything else you wanted to say before I write this up? How did you find about this so quickly? Early bird gets the worm. Oh fuck, I skipped it. I've been taking that to heart. You know, there are a lot of journalists that just want to sit at a desk all day and do everything by phone or email. I'm an up-and-comer, so I have to be scrappy and go to where the stories are. Found you here, didn't I? First time we met, it was because I was snooping around a place where I was not, strictly speaking, welcome. Found that being creative is a good alternative to having the right connections. Anyway, you've been a big help. Catch you later. And gotta wait for the story. An entire week. Kinda tempted to throw more idols into power level more. Because though... Still waiting on that to get researched. Oh yeah, I just spent all that. Let's knock that down to like 2.5. Performance gains dance and vocal. Monzai gives Smart Funny. Which is the only way to train Smart Funny as far as I've seen. Why does the influence keep going up? Like, I enjoy it, but I don't understand why it's happening. And I would rather like to. Alright, let's do the next part. Around noon, email comes from Ito. Reading this just went up. Thought you should see it. Appears to be a video from Jake. Several minutes ago, story just went up reporting that JHK has threatened legal action against several of the idol groups who are scheduled to appear on the next episode of Nation of Idols. I was gonna write up an editorial responding to this, but things are unfolding fast, so I wanted to just give you my candid reaction to that in real time. First off, hands off to the excellent journalist, Aya Naya, who's done the hard work of digging up the facts behind the story. Naya, thank you for telling a story that we all needed to hear. From the sound of things, JHK is threatening legal action against at least some of the idol groups, then it seems safe to assume that if they've sent these warnings to some of them, they've sent them out to all of them. Partially responsible for this, something Jake would never say. I was the one who named Double Down and the others in my video earlier this week. And now, by all indications, they're being threatened with legal action. Didn't mean to paint a target on your backs. I only wanted to give you an invitation to do the right thing. Now it seems the network is intent on ensuring that these groups don't do the right thing. That's terrible. Of course, they have a contract and they can enforce it. They have a similar contract with me, but I was willing to break that contract because I knew that doing the right thing was more important than any fine they were levying against me. But now I know not everyone has the same personal conviction and courage that I was willing to demonstrate, and apparently the network knew it too because they assumed that they could intimidate everyone into complying with their wishes. So again, I'll make the same appeal. Do it even if it means losing money. But I think Naya-san's story has exposed the network for what they really are. Bullies. I don't think the public is going to let them get away with it. Whatever damage they might recoup by suing individual idols will pale in comparison to the damage they face now that people will know the truth. We are under legal action by a, do you know what NHK is? It's like the, BBC for Japan? And we were on an idol show for them, so, they went and sold the rights to the show. Wait, they're in talks to sell the rights to the show to an international company, which will go and make a US. Okay, So right now, we're working on breaking the contract. Which unfortunately means siding with Jake. Reactions are already pouring in online. Also, we have discovered that theaters make fucking boondollar. Like, holy crap. That's enough of a surplus. I'm gonna see if I can't hit 50%. Let's do like 52. This is gonna get expensive. Wonder what happens is the Vitals are actually happy with their salaries. Is it just me or has my idle salary basically tripled? Well, I'm no longer that. Honestly, that's not that bad a loss. Unless the experiment to see if I can keep Cronus until she's like 30 or 40 begins. 5 p.m. Posted a public press release. Came out reporting that we intended to pursue legal action against performers or organizations that failed their contractual obligation. While we normally exercise the right to do this, we have decided in this specific instance that we will not pursue action against performers and organizations who have participated in Nation of Idols. Although the contract stipulates it, looks like we're backing out, boys. Apologetic is founding man. Head of Business Development. Heartfelt apology for this confusion that resulted over previous messages sent from our network to your staff. Just want to clarify that it was never our intention to intimidate or browbeat you into compliance. Publicly announced that we have no intention of pursuing action against Double Down or any other group. We decided to pull out the show. Decision make. Appreciate it if you could assist us in convincing the public that your decision, whatever it was not, coerced. That was never our intention, and I apologize if anyone from our staff ever indicated otherwise. That's just your, suit backpedaling. That's pretty standard. Because I bet if I had backed out earlier, they would have been sending the lawyers after me like sharks in a bloody tank. Bearing that in mind, I was wondering if you could indicate to us whether you still plan to show up tomorrow for the recording. We're planning on pulling out. Fuck you guys. Disappointing to hear. may still not be final. In the light of that, please free at any point contact me personally if you decide to change your mind before 10 p.m. If you speak to the press, it would assist us greatly if you could convey the information to them. Ito steps back in. Miss Takeuchi was certainly contrite, and even if it was a bit insincere, it seems that they have no intention of pursuing us to decide one way or the other. If Miss Jake's intention was to make the network too scared to threaten anyone with legal action, I'd say they succeeded. Being more cautious or afraid of Miss Jake's public support than is wanted, at any rate, it sounds like good news for us. Maybe nearly be evening, but who knows what could happen between now and tomorrow morning. You sound hesitant. Unsure about the right decision. Showing up is the right decision from a business relations standpoint. Don't like biting the hand that fed us so generously. That being said, maybe some PR cost. I'm more interested in fans because fans actually buy my shit. And PR cost from that would be scandal points, which nerfs your fans. Of course, we're in a big position as a big brand, though. Network wants to avoid negative publicity, but who knows? Negative publicity could work in our favor. After all, small group. People talking about us, get our names as more potential fans. Setting aside questions, we agree with Jake's point of view about the international version of Nation Idols betraying idol culture. Don't know what the hell's going on today. I'm just working my birds up. And I don't like it. Normally I'm a bit more capable of speaking than this. I've been sour candies I was eating a couple days ago, just burning my tongue, because that's been feeling a bit off lately. Might actually explain it. I think that's more important than you than any of the other business factors I mentioned. If we're wanting to dilute the appeal of Nation of Idols to bring a large audience. More important to be faithful to the hardcore. Let's go. It's Ronan once more. Leaving for the day already. Guess I should probably go home too. Is something bothering you? Been wondering what's going to happen. Makes sense for you to hold back the announcement since you don't want anything to leak out, but it feels weird to go home today. Not knowing if we'll actually be going in to record tomorrow. Yes, you do, Andarius. How are you doing? Just a week ago. On the bright side, we have progressed from Chapter 1 to, I feel like, fairly late in Chapter 3, so I might be able to put the game down today. Which one was that? I honestly haven't paid attention to Marvel movies since Infinity War Part 1. Because being honest here, cape shit's gotten pretty bland. And repetitive. And to be an idol, one day it feels like your dreams come true, and since then it can be dashed. Okay. Came out wrong. I'd be disappointed if we pulled out, but I wouldn't place the blame on you if you did. Pressure from a lot of different sources. Bet you're even more worried about the whole situation than I am. Alright. I really don't see movies often, so I might think about it if I go to pick up one for like Christmas or whatever. But I'm definitely not going to a theater or whatever for it. I've been thinking about it a lot. Right, you've got enough to think about without me pestering about it still. Hope that we stick with Nation of Idols. Done so much for her career. Wouldn't be right to abandon it now.
さよなら。
I didn't go to movies even before Corona hit. I just, don't really go out for it because I don't like the big crowd. I tend to do other shit like, hiking and all that. Should go home, try to get some sleep. Continue the story.
おはようございます。
Just got a call, 2 calls actually. Want to know what we're planning to do regarding today's taping. Both are planning to announce that they're pulling out. Show solidarity. Dust is finally starting to settle. Let's do our final decision. Set of nation idols. We need to know now.
どうしましょう。
We're pulling out.
わかりました。
That guy is a fucking mood. There you are, the man of the hour. Aya Naya is carrying a microphone this time and a person with a camera is standing next to her. So you do video now. I mean, following her around, I guess he would. Digital video is super hot right now. I mean, that's a video camera, but that's not a modern camera. Stands the reason that someone whose career is on a rapid upward trajectory would want to pivot to video, don't you think? At least that's what my friend in digital advertising tells me. Something about CPMs on video content and written content? Oh, clicks per minute. And besides, every journalist dreams of having their face on camera, don't they?
最高ですわ。
I mean, who else would you get? I mean, why else would you get into this line of work?
最高ですわ。
They use the same voice clip? Been dreaming about being the woman in front of the camera ever since I was a little kid. And now my dreams are coming true. I mean, that's one way to be the woman in front of the camera. You're welcome.
ありがとうございます。
You're right, I do owe this success to you. You're my golden... Fuck. I'm sure you want to answer the few questions, right? I mean, the alternative is we catch a shot of you skulking away with a message to the public about how you refuse to talk to the
よろし
press.
くお願いしますわ。
Wouldn't be a good look for you, would it? Let me tell the public a more favorable story about Mr. Goka. It's been less than a month since Double Down captured the hearts of the nation by making their appearance on Nation Idols. Yet now you're not appearing on television. Appearing on national television must have been a benefit to the group like yours, so why pull out now? Are you biting the hand that fed you? I'm thinking one of these two. Either we appeal to the fans or we appeal to idol culture. Although it would be funny to do this one and then pull out. If it lets us pull out. Does this have a save feature? Fuck, no visual novel saving. So I can't find out. Best for idol culture. So bigger perspective, huh? Maybe need to approach with a different question. Pull out along with the pull out of DC Divas and Catwalker. Come days after Jake made the plea for you to leave the show. Seems safe to say if you agree with Jake on a particular point, but how would you describe your relationship with Jake in general? Jake and I often disagree.
あら。
Find yourself at odds so often, I think it sends a strong message that you were able to come together on this topic. Even people with widely divergent opinions can see the benefits of keeping Nation Vitals the way it is.
その
Seems like the entire world is marching to the beat of Jake's drum here. The idol groups go along with Jake's plan after the video specifically named you. Also widespread speculation that the network is considering Jake's suggestions regarding the future of Nation of Idols, so it seems like Jake is successful on all fronts. Almost as if everything is proceeding exactly to plan.
さて
So it seems Miss Jake is getting what they want, which is for the network to consider their international franchising plans, but what is that you want? Xenophobia. Export the culture so the Gaijin scum can become glorious Nippon.
さすがですわ
Want the whole world's eyes on Double Down? That's ambitious, but given that we've seen from Double Down so far, it's not surprising to find out that you have international ambitions. I mean, I've done world fucking tours already. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to talk to us, Mr. Goka. And to all the viewers at home, remember to subscribe to our channel to capture future coverage. Livestream directly to you. Naya out. And gotta wait
終了
終わりっす
a week.
やるっす
開始
Probably. Oh, that's neat. Middle mouse button toggles through that. Lucky's got nothing better to do. I got nothing better to do, so let's talk to some idols. Lucky turned 23. Oh no. Young, I'm good with Sunaj.
始め
That's 2 songs ready to go. Let's fucking launch them. Summer for 2. That's probably gonna top the chart. Almost 100k new fans. Not too shabby. Double Trouble. Oh, I was good on that prediction. And a whole bunch of new fans. Let's have a conversation, get our friendship up. And what can we do? %, attendance. I want that streaming. That's probably going to be even more money from the theater. Let's get a Double Down single coming. Let's see what the trends are. Funk Rebelling Street. Street's pretty normal. Actually, this entire thing is what Double Down tends to do. Except for the hardcore part. I could go 111 female. 1 freaking 11. $193, so let's do 120. Fuck. Yeah, let's be ambitious. That is a fucking huge modifier for their main audiences. I think I'm gonna have Doc head this one.
プロデューサーさんやったー嬉しい
And Fish Lips.
嬉しい
Baron's a 4 away, Pizza's 3 away.
やった
So that puts Baron on the same ground as a Lizard.
ー嬉しい よし
Felix is a 4-star, Murgle's a 4-star, JJ's a 4-star. I refuse to let JJ be 3rd row, so you there.
やったプロデューサーさん嬉しい
Get Bell in.
プロデューサーさんよし
Nice. Oh, damn. They're really fucking swinging. How's everybody's stamina? Instant classic. Okay, so what Lucky just do? Honestly, I might rebuild the entire, like, base again and get a second theater. Because those things make huge amounts of money. Although what I might want to do is, see if I can't grind out the last, like, foods? for the, Oh, what's happening? Did you ever think about moving out of the big city to settle down someplace where the pace of life is slower? No. Wouldn't be an idol if I thought like that. So Darius wants to be a yokel. Kind of have a job like this with living in a small town, right? Closest you can do is become a school idol or something. Yeah, I guess that is something that isn't really an option for idols. When I look around, people on the subway, it seems like everyone is so stressed. Makes me wonder if more people might be happier in a place where pace of life is slower. Well, having to be in a big city isn't really unique to our line of work. A lot of professionals, opportunity. Many young people in the big city after finishing high school to get a job. Really doesn't happen the other way around. Kind of sad, isn't it? Feel like a lot of smaller towns are kind of getting hauled out. That's because they're literally siphoning away all the ambitious young people. Not really a way around that. City is a place where all the activity is happening. Most economically productive. Obvious why people would want to move to the city. It's a place where they can do the most economic. I thought you'd already said that. People move away from smaller towns, they lose their connection to the local culture. More important than becoming productive. What do you think? Well, I fucking hate cities, so... Local culture. Move to the city, you're giving up the opportunity to connect with a lot. Makes our country unique. You're also missing on a lot if you never spend time living in a big city. Makes our country great is located in the large cities. Smaller towns contribute to the success of the larger cities, don't they? Happens in a pretty direct way when you think about it. After all, if all the young ambitious people are moving from the smaller towns to the big city, it means that the smaller towns have to pay for their public schooling that educates these people, but then they get off to the city. That's why Japan has the hometown tax system, right? As if big cities just absorbing all the nation's talented people and then hoarding the wealth. When a person moves to a city like Tokyo and becomes more successful, they earn money. Okay, this is just giving us a lesson about like how the fuck Japanese taxes work. Because you pay taxes back to like the prefecture that you, wait no, to the town you grew up in, and then because Japan's a weird and wacky place, you get a fucking gift basket when like tax season comes for like thanking you for paying taxes to the place. I remember that much from some of the stuff that I've read. Really good thing. Nothing too interesting coming out of this. Actually keep living in their hometown without feeling like they had to move to the big city to get a better job. Well, who knows what the future holds? Maybe one of these days the government will actually start paying people to work for big companies to move back to their hometowns to work remotely. He sure does. Although Young is very good at stories. As we can tell by his earlier stream. I hope story time with Dark Young becomes a regular thing. Talk to Brelix. Talk to Nick. Let's talk to Murgle. I'm kind of scared by having to max out their production, because that suggests that I'm supposed to be getting through a whole hell of a lot, because there's a system in this game where if you get your staffers maxed out on both, you get to basically give them a prestige class. And honestly, she's never going to get there because I'm not really that taxing on my idol's mental health. That's a lot of money for one of those. I talked to Murgle. Let's talk to JJ.
そうです。
I'd rather not. Oh shit. I did not print enough. Or maybe I did. Thousand fans is pretty good for that. And I'm really finally starting to rake in the female audience because I'm getting a lot better at targeting. Talk to JJ. JJ admits that she's been busy playing video games recently and mentions one of her childhood heroes. JJ's mother works as an editor for a shonen magazine. Let's get one prepped for double tap, which is a female casual. Which honestly I haven't been using much apparently. Well, that's a certain kind of love. Double strike. Let's front Tsunage.
やった嬉しい
Actually, Young could probably do it.
嬉しいやったプロデューサーさん
New single. And handshake event. Waiting to go level them up. Number 2 on the chart. Total fans ain't bad. I thought I was going hard. Yeah, I am going hardcore. Hardcore, male, adult, male. And double strike. That is a whole hell of a lot of fans. Haven't leveled though. Handshake event. Funk and metal. Metal, loneliness, sexy. Let's do 50k. I think I had Gick do the last one. So let's do Luca's.
やったよしよしやった
And launch it.
開始します
Forgot I had this sitting around. Already making a profit. Yes, they have. And it fucking works. Fish lips turned 19. Was starting to forget about the story, so let's hit that again. Hallway, several girls chatting. Watched Nation of Idols last night. I saw something about a boat. They broadcast 1 hour of stock footage of an ocean cruise. Or instead of the show.
そう
They actually did that. I saw some people saying that online, but I thought it was just a joke. I haven't recruited any idols for like a couple years now. Wait, no, I think it's been like a year. So I think the youngest is like 13 or 14. Ronan, I think, is like 23 or 4, and then Golden's been here a while, so she's like 21 maybe? See, it was such a waste. Airtime could have spent doing anything else. Instead, they used the broadcast footage of a boat.
え
For disgusting expression. Okay, it's the two disagreeing about like the direction they wanted to go. Because Ronan really wanted to be on the Idol show. Press release from JHK appeared online. They were investigating the possibility of expanding the highly rated Nation of Idols. It's been more than a week. In order to adapt the show to audiences around the globe. Doing so, our intent was to preserve the Nation of Idols in the most appealing way to global audiences. However, more recently, we have come to believe that adapting Nation of Idols to the manner would not preserve the appeal of the show and that our fans have come to know and love. Currently, we have no plans to take Nation of Idols to the international stage, but if we do, utmost consideration will be paid to preserving the spirit of showing the shows the idol talent of Japan. Okay, now we just need to wait on the next part of the plot. Press release. Called our contracts at the network to see if there would be taping rescheduled in light of recent events. Plan to proceed with the season as originally planned rather than pushing things back a week. Means that the episode we were planning to be featured on, which didn't air, isn't going to be replaced with another opportunity for us to participate. Wish I had better news. Apologetic told me the program schedule is subject to change and that they may be calling us back about future opportunities, so we may not want to publicly badmouth them just yet, since there could potentially be something on the cards for us.
これでよかったんでしょうか
And Ronan's gonna be angry.
あれ
Which means I'm gonna have to talk to her a bit more. Way later in the day. Got screwed, didn't we? Nation Idols pulled out now that the show was going on without us. Word from the start would happen.
どうしてですか 嘘
It was worth it. She's very angry now. Don't double down because I thought you would lead us to do great things. Don't like being made to feel like a loser. I'm gonna have to fucking talk to Ronan. Let's go grab her before she decides to graduate.
そうです
やるせ
Grab more idols. Let's see who we can talk to.
です。
Oh, that was something finishing. Luca's turned 19. God damn it. Get those two going. I need to hire more office ladies, apparently. So let's go do that. Give me my fucking research. And continue with the story. Notification pops up with a new video from Rita, 30 seconds in length. Hello fans and friends. Thank you all for supporting me in the stand to preserve the spirit of Nation of Idols. Victory for me, more importantly, it's a victory for all of you who helped with your letters and words to encouragement online, and those who joined me in taking a stand. Look forward to appearing in next week's episode of Nation of Idols, as originally scheduled, and I hope you will all tune in. Video ends without mention of any of the groups. Very Jake move. Golden Hero sitting in a corner. You look upset. Say I'm upset, I just feel betrayed. Yeah, it's a very standard feeling for those who interact with Jake. Talk about how Miss GDR Jake posted challenging us to pull off Nation of Idols. Bit taken by Jake's message. Really believe pulling out was the right thing. Just a just thing. I guess I just assumed that if we did the right thing, karma would pay us back and reward us for making that decision. But that's not what happened at all. It seems that Miss Jake took advantage of the situation to get everything they wanted while we were hung out to dry along with DC and Catwalker. We didn't get as much of a thank you. Jake could have gone out to bat for us, but somehow that didn't happen. If I had been in the same place as you, I would have made the same decision, but now I'm wondering if my thinking was wrong headed from the start. Are you familiar with the Prisoner's Dilemma? Hell yes I am. All of us chose to cooperate, and then Jake fucked us.
泣きそう。は
It's not our fault that Jake chose the selfish option.
あ。
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on
プロデ
me.
ューサーさん。ごめんなさい。
Okay, need to wait for the 22nd, so another week. When the hell does chapter 4 end? Anything hit 100 yet? Nope. Idols are doing fine. Singles, I'm waiting on them. How's this doing? 74% attendance ain't bad. Yeah, it's averaging 80s. Which is about as much as I had when I had it priced lower. And as I get more fans, that's more money coming in. How's the menu looking? Golden's talking to Orlov. Is it just me or... The game's not moving. Oh boy. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay, time's finally progressing again. And Strudel turned 22. Get those two done. JJ and Lucky are arguing. Orlov and Dev are arguing. And I'm not doing anything, so let's talk to people. Let's talk to Nick first. I have no idea how many chapters there are. People aren't happy with their salary. Why is that down to 2%? I guess they gained star rating or something? So if you're 50% with 55k, To 100% these guys, I would need to be doing about 1 million each for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 5 idols. 1 million yen a week per idol.
終わりっす。
I feel like that's a rather large amount.
はじめ
Old school photos of Doc Spengler have been surfacing online. Apparently posted by old classmates. These pictures show Doc Spengler for close to double her current weight. Shockingly, she's been unhealthily obese in the past, and the treatment she's been receiving online in the wake of the photo reveal has been less than kind, to put it lightly. The inside info on her dark past had been affecting Doc Spengler more than she'd be willing to admit, and she's worried that the photos will start to be more widely circulated. She says she'd rather pull out of this, put all this behind her. Million yen ain't much. And I want to keep Doc around anyway. Okay, that's back up to 1 Friendship of Riz.
はじめ
I think we're ready to launch the songs. I'm actually getting kind of good at predicting these. And launch Double Strike. She knows that she's gonna make you sweat. Oh, damn. We broke 300k, boys. Honestly, the B team is the exploit team because A team works entirely off of the fans you have, and then you have to target portions of that audience. While the B team has their own fan pool that seems to be a lot more willing to buy. Who the fuck's getting bullied this time? It's gonna be a main group. Or love. Welcome to Double Strike. Dark Young turn 20. Let's talk to
は
Snaj.
じめ
Oh, that's what's been going on. I don't have you set to auto practice. I think Lucky went... Wait, no, Lucas went up star. Same with JJ. And Pizza. You know, maybe the influence is from paying them. That would make sense since that's about the only thing I've changed.
始め。
Cash flow is okay. We can do a new double strike song. Wait, no, double down song. $115 sales. So rebelling regret. How are the trends? Street sexy. Elegance on the way up. But that doesn't really do much. Hit it with 150 again. I do have a larger adult audience. Let's see how this goes. Crap. Let me check quick for trends. Where's Happy? Third ain't bad. I do have a fucking lot of, very good people here.
やったー。嬉しい。よし。プロデューサーさん。嬉しい。
Who else is extremely good? That's Fish. And then Baron's a 4. Nick's a 4. Lizard's a 4.
プロデューサーさん。
JJ's a 5.
嬉しい。プロデューサーさん。プロデューサーさん。やったー。プロデューサーさん。
And Ronan.
どうしてですか？
Oh, yeah, Ronan's really big name, so they don't want to be
So
there. So yeah, let's pull Andarius in.
あれ？いけます。
Deb's okay with it.
開始します。
Marketing. Talk about Deb. And Ronan's busy, so let's grab Andarius.
始め。
Pizza turned 15. Marvelous. Oh no, Pizza's friends with JJ. Catch you later, Murgle. Now that he's gone, let's continue on to the story. On your way home, you Head past by a ramen shop. Familiar looking face stands by the entrance and waves at you.
Mama.
Oh god, it's Jake. Thought I should exchange words. Care to join me for a bit? Let's see what lies he's trying to pass off this time.
よし
Shortly after you enter, man brings 2 steaming bowls, almost as if your arrival was anticipated. Despite... God damn it, that's making me hungry. How long have I been going? Oh, about 4 hours. Huh. Being located in an urban neighborhood, the ramen shop is distinctly rustic feel. Eyeing the joint, so what do you think? Place has personality. Owner of the place and I go way back. Not sure what that means. I should be immune to its charms, but I like it here. Interesting thing to think about. Spend more time around something or someone or some place. Does that make you feel more fond of it, or do you get tired of it? Ebb and flow to it. Enjoy the meal, it's on me. You didn't bring me here just for ramen. Not just for ramen, but the ramen here is good. It would be a shame for you not to enjoy it. Take time to enjoy life's simple pleasures. Several wordless minutes as we eat. Silence interrupted only by the occasional sound of slurping. Jake has no intention of breaking the silence. You won. As self-serving as my actions might have seemed to you, I really did mean everything that I said. And to preserve the spirit of Japan's idol culture, this serves my own goals, but I never claimed to care about them. This merely is an abstraction. After all, alone who cares about something nebulous like culture is doing it for their own reason. Usually it's because they like the culture, or that part of the culture that serves their interest in some way, even if it's just their interest as the consumer. Besides, I'm sure you can find some way to benefit from this. You're wily enough, even if you did some fall flat on your face this time. What time is it? Who knows, next time you choose to cooperate with me, things might go your way. That is a very Jake sentiment. Like, the more I interact with this character, the more it's just fucking Jake. With moments of not being Jake every now and then. Or should I say moments of clarity. I'd like that, in fact. Oh boy. I don't want bad things to happen to you. Why would you care?
違うわ
Why? Same reason I care what happens to anyone. I don't desire bad outcomes for anyone in the world. Brings me no joy in learning of others' misfortune, least of all yours. After all, I desire the best for people I like the most.
ね
Yes, as surprised as you might be to hear it, I do like you. Oh god, is this gonna turn into Jake route since I haven't been touching into the idols? Maybe it's because we both had the experience of being a punchline of our own Fujimoto-san's jokes. You did fall flat in your face this time. The only reason it hurt so much is that you managed to climb so high. Most people never have the opportunity to fall from grace, having never been in anyone's good graces to start with. I mean, she does have the office lady aesthetic. I will give you that. So I'm being honest when I say I look forward to seeing what you do next. That being said, even if my own natural curiosity doesn't compel me, your next steps are relevant to me because I want to make sure that they don't impede my own success. And then the Jake comes back out. I'm asking that you be my friend. I'm asking that you avoid making an enemy of me. You chase your dreams, and I'll chase mine. I think that would be our mutual benefit. What are you planning? Oh, my ambitions are modest. I simply wish to create the ultimate idol. Has been my plan from the start. Everything that I've... Oh god, it's one of his exploit runs. Including the events of recent weeks has been in service of that goal. Anyway, the specifics of my plan will become apparent with time, I'm sure. I ask you what your next plans are, but I get the impression that you were not in the mood to freely share that information. And even if you were, I'm not sure my conscience would allow me to take it freely without offering anything in return. I think I've told you as much about myself as I care to. At the very least, the plot's moving. But while it is moving, I think I'm gonna call it here, because, I'm fucking hungry. So guys, thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you next time. Wait, who's streaming? Because I know Kronos tends to do tonight. Oh yeah, she is. /raid. Kronos 5884. Yeah, GG Franconian. Yep.